Hello, today we're going to talk about Tour Builder with Google.com. Make sure you have the dot between it so that way when you put the address in, you don't have it all together. It'll take you to the wrong place. So we're going to visit Tour Builder here. I'm going to go ahead and note that I am already signed in, and you can access, once you're signed in, you can access any tours, shared tours. There's also a gallery of shared tours that people have made. And basically what it is it is a informational tour over various locations that the author has created. And so there's lots of different ones that people have already made. And so you could probably benefit from that. You could probably send some pre-made ones to students, but you can make your own tour. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and make my own tour. And I recently worked with a teacher that had students make their own tour. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to create a tour. You give it a name and you put your author name in. I'm going to create my tour. And it does take a little time to load. I'm going to try and show you as best as I can, as quickly as I can, how to get started. You have an introduction page. This is the first page. Basically, you say your title, your author, and you can also select a photo if you would like, and you can also give a description. So I'll quickly put that in there. You can decide what kind of story. You can have it as a 3D story, 2D story, hub 3D, 2D. We're just going to stick with the story 3D today. You can try the different ones and see how they are as far as how they travel from location to location. Okay. With the path color, that just decides what the lines will look like. There are some advanced options where you can change the borders. You could also have the roads involved. So as I turn these on and off, you can decide how you want it. I kind of like having the borders and labels already in there. You can also add an existing Google map if you would like to. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and add a location. I'm going to start with Indianapolis, Indiana. It's going to find that location, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a place mark right there. It's going to ask me where I want to drop it. There we go. I'm going to add it to my tour. And then what you can do is you can customize what the screen will look like. So you can zoom in as much as you want, like so. And you can also go ahead and lock this view if you want. You can customize your tour as far as how it appears. You can pan, zoom, tilt, however you want. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just go ahead and just zoom in with 2 fingers onto a location. We'll say this is where I want to go, just for presentation purposes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lock this location view here, and I'm going to call this Indianapolis. I'm going to go ahead and go to Photos. Here is where you can actually search photos. You can have photos from your album. You can upload photos. You can upload videos. You can also search for existing ones. So you can search for images. You can search YouTube, or if you have an image URL or a YouTube URL, you can add that as well. I'm going to go ahead and search for images. We're going to say Indianapolis. You can also adjust any type, whether you want face, photo, clip art, or line drawing. I'm going to go ahead and select this one. I like it. Actually, I added 2 there accidentally. That's okay. You can add more than 1 image. I think it was up to 24 or 25. You can also edit the media and the caption, and you can also trash it. So you can also add a title and add a description if you want. And you can save it, which is very cool. I'm going to hit close. Now I have a caption added specifically to that image. You can set a start date if you want with an optional year. I'm not going to do that now. You can also add an end date. This is especially handy when you're dealing with historical references. This is the capital city of Indiana. There we go. You can change the icon if you want, like so. I like that one. And then there are some advanced options as far as adding a Google Map or Google Earth file. Here we go. Next step. I'm going to go to another location. Columbus, Ohio. We're going to drop a place mark. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and add to the tour right there. All right, and as you can see, a gold line appears because it's going to travel to that location. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit on downtown Columbus. All right, and the next thing I'm going to do, this is very, very cool, is not only can you zoom in on a location, you can also use Google Street View. So you just grab this character like so, and you drop them on the map. And look at that, it's actually inside a building. Yes, that does happen from time to time. You can actually go inside of buildings as long as someone has done the Street View viewer. So I'm going to actually go ahead and go back. I want a Street View shot, but that's good for you to see that you can actually have specific buildings. Try that again. Drop. Okay, so here's some random neighborhood. So you can choose a neighborhood if you'd like. I'm going to do this random neighborhood just for fun. I have no idea where this is. I'm going to lock this location. I'm going to add a photo, and I'm going to look up Columbus, Ohio. I'm going to select an image. Actually, I like this one better. I got two of them there. I need to deselect that one. Select. I'm going to add another image. This time I'm going to search for a YouTube video. I apologize for anything that pops up because you know how YouTube is. Sure, it's a great resource, but sometimes you get things that are questionable. Let's go ahead and just go for this one. It's 4 minutes, evening driving through Columbus. Now I have a video involved. You can set a start date and an end date, and I'm going to say this is the capital city of Ohio. I'm going to change my icon just for fun. We're going to make this one blue. And that is that. Okay, once a student is done, then what they can do, or I should say teacher, you can then hit done editing.